Greetings and welcome back to both old and latecomers to this channel. I'm going to be talking about two simple ways that Blizzard could effectively improve competitive Overwatch. Now, I'm not going to be talking about game mechanics per se, but rather certain features of competitive Overwatch that, if they were implemented, could improve the experience and make it just better overall. And two of them, these two ideas I have, are intimately linked with each other, which is to say they would function synergistically. The first idea is to increase the amount of time, the loadout time effectively. I think at the moment it's about 2 minutes. Don't quote me on that. This is right off the top of my head. Double the amount of loadout time, at least in the first round. This would give people a greater amount of time to converse and talk and discuss strategy, as well as determine who is good at what and who is not good at what. Far too often you're in a situation where somebody takes a pick or instant lock something, and someone else who plays it more frequently or better ends up making a lousy choice because he feels compelled to, play Zarya, Reinhardt, McCree, take your pick, whatever. The fact is that oftentimes there isn't enough time to discuss people's strengths and weaknesses and where they would best fit into the team, as far as that one match is concerned even. And this can lead to some disastrous results. People playing Reaper when they only have 40 minutes with Reaper, or McCree, or Zarya, or any of these characters, not doing their jobs because they don't know how to. It's not even their fault. It's just that they don't speak up and we don't have enough time to organize these things. But integral to this would be a new approach to competitive Overwatch that would take into account how often people use their microphones, which is to say, Blizzard should data mine the player base to see how often each player uses their microphone. I'm not an expert in IT. I'm not an expert in what this would involve, but I'm pretty sure it's plausible because I know other games have done it. So if you have someone in competitive Overwatch that uses their microphone 95% of the time, he should be grouped up with other people who do that. Now, of course, there's some potential risk that a player might be a troll, is always just trolling and saying bullshit. And that might almost certainly would happen, but not to a large degree. The silent players who never speak, who are too afraid to or otherwise don't enjoy it, they would be grouped with other silent players and they would feel comfortable because there would be silence. Everyone would do their own thing. People who communicate, people such as myself, and others who try to develop strategies and plan things out would benefit from this approach because many people would be talking to each other, finally, and we could actually come together and say, look, they have a Genji, we need to do this, or we're going to go top left and top right. Sometimes that does happen, but the frequency at which that happens is, not good enough. And the reasons are simple. Most people aren't on their mics. Most people don't use their mics. Many people, perhaps not most. An algorithm that would sort this out, and then in some season or change, maybe season 4 would take a while, that would basically look at your past mic usage, and then in the search algorithm when you're finding a match, you'd only be grouped up with other people who use their microphones frequently, and the silent people would be stuck with them. If you had this, then the first idea would work, as I said, synergistically with this. You plan things out. People would say, well, I don't really play Zarya much. Can we swap? Can I play Lucio and you play Zarya? And if you're good at both, then you can do that, or what have you. This is a fundamental problem with competitive Overwatch. Lack of communication, of course, which is quite frequent, but also the fact that we don't really have enough time to discuss things in the beginning when it's vital. It doesn't help if you realize 80% through the match or 90% through the match that the Zarya who picked Zarya, when you look at the career profile, had, an hour of Zarya and plays mostly Zenyatta and Lucio. That doesn't really help. So these are my very simple ideas. Their execution might not be that simple, but the principle is simple. So thanks for tuning in, and I will check you out later. And as always, may the gods watch over you. Bye-bye.